I have been trying to learn new English words by using online dictionaries for the last few days. I created an Excel file and I'm writing word meaning example sentences. I have written 100 verbs this way. This was very, very hard to do. Each word has many different meanings. Many of those words are synonyms. I don't think that all those meanings are really used in everyday life. So I don't think it is a good idea to learn new words this way, but my vocabulary is very poor. Now I am reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and I have only read about 1.5 chapters, and I have already added almost 100 new words and phrases. I'm trying to learn English without translating words into my native language. I could use a bilingual dictionary, but I don't want to. I love this. This is a struggle, right? So if you use the bilingual dictionary, then you get the word in your own language. So as soon as you see it, then you're triggering that word in your language, and so you're going to have to carry your language around with you whenever you want to use that new word. Okay, so that's a problem, right? What you want is to learn like babies learn, to learn words in English, the definitions in English. But the problem here is that stupid Alex is trying to learn the entire cloud of the word, because every word has synonyms or it has different meanings. Many words have 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 15 different meanings. And so the result is going very slowly through Harry Potter. It's taking forever. It's not fun to read anymore. And how do I know which words are actually common, right? Here's my suggestion to you, Alex. Don't overburden yourself to the extent that suddenly the whole project becomes too heavy and too boring. You want to make sure that it's quick and easy. At the same time, what you're doing is really good. What you're doing is you're creating a file that's helping you track what you're learning. That's fantastic. My suggestion would be to only write down, when you're doing it this way, the words in the sense they are used in what you're reading, but have an option to add other senses later as you explore, right? So let's say you come across the word swell, okay? Pumpkins swelled to the size of garden sheds. And you want to see what that verb swell means. So you go into the dictionary and you see that it has different meanings and uses, and suddenly you feel, okay, I have to write all these down. Well, what you want is the simple physical definition, which means to grow larger. So you find that one in the freedictionary.com, dictionary.com, vocabulary.com. You find the one in its usage that is in Harry Potter and no others. And then you write down the example sentences for that only. That way you can quickly get back to the book and keep reading, because your progress is so slow, it feels like climbing Mount Everest. It feels like climbing the world's largest mountain, and you don't want to feel that way. What you want is to feel like you're able to move along and learn at the same time. So my suggestion is to stop burdening yourself with every meaning and every usage of that word or every synonym of that word. Stop that, okay? Just learn the one that you found, the one that matches the usage in the thing you're learning from, which is, in this case, Harry Potter, right? If there are 3 sentences, write down all 3, make your own examples. But in your Excel file, in your document, make sure you leave room for other uses, because you may come across another usage for the word swell later. You might see that swell is an old-fashioned term that means good, and that was kind of used in the 1950s, 60s, maybe 70s a little, and now isn't used as much. And you might see that in an old documentary, write that down and say, okay, that's good to know. But you don't need to do that now, because that's not its usage in Harry Potter. So keep it contextual and keep it lean. Don't give yourself this massive project, right? But it is a good thing what you're doing to not translate, because then you're not carrying around your language with you every time you need to use that word in English to swell, to grow larger, right? And that's just an example, of course. So keep up the good work. Write down the example sentences. When you're doing it, keep to that definition and that usage that you discovered. Maybe write your own sentences, one or two, and then move right along. And don't force yourself to learn every single word in the book that's new. If you skip one or two, as long as you understand, it's fine. You want to balance your learning with your enjoyment of reading. If you dread picking up the book every time, I have to pick up this book and keep reading, you're going to give up very easily. You want to make it fun too. You want to still be able to enjoy it. So that's my recommendation, Stupid Alex. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Keep up the good work.